So if you could each introduce yourself, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, hi, I'm Joel Kim Booster. I'm the writer and star and executive producer of Fire Island.
Amazing.
I'm Matt Rogers. I play Luke in Fire Island.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Torian Miller. I play Max in Fire Island.
Amazing. Okay, so love the movie, guys. I'm Jared Milrad. We have a nonprofit called Movie Karma, so we focus on diversity, equity, inclusion, social impact in Hollywood. So your film was obviously right up our alley, and our podcast is called Rewriting Hollywood. So it's all about how do we change Hollywood with the stories that we tell. So I wanted to start with you, Joel. Tell us a little about just like the vision of this project and why was it so important to tell it now, do you think, this particular story?
The sort of genesis of this project, it started on Fire Island. It started with my friends, and I just wanted to tell a story that felt honest and authentic to my own experience as a queer person of color living in this community and interacting with this community. And I think it was really important to tell right now just because we're at this point where diversity and representation isn't enough.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be more than just checked boxes.
Right.
And so I think like right now to see a story that is not only about people of color but written by and produced by and directed by people of color and queer people is really important right now to again, because I think we're seeing gestures at representation in a lot of media that is just surface level.
Right.
And so I think like being able to tell this story with a little bit of depth was really, really important to me.
Yeah, really important. Matt, keep building that a little bit. I mean, just this idea of, you didn't use the word tokenism, but I would say, that's sort of a theme that we've seen a bit in Hollywood of late, where there's some great attempts, perhaps, at inclusion and representation, but maybe it doesn't feel like equity. It doesn't feel like authentic. Like, can you talk a little bit about that? Do you feel like this project was a little different?
Definitely. I mean, I think we're at the point now where we can start trusting creators to really dig deep and start telling their stories. I mean, this was not just a story of Fire Island, or it was not the story of Fire Island, it was a story of Fire Island. I mean, that's what I love about it, is that Joel got to dig very deep into his heart, his soul, and tell a story that made sense for him and Bowen. And I think it's just going to encourage more people to really dig deep and say, what is the truth about my story? I always think about, when Michaela Coel accepted her Emmy for writing I May Destroy You, she said, go deep into the recesses of your brain. Actually ask yourself, what is the story I want to tell? And be brave and tell that story.
Right.
And I hope that Fire Island can encourage people to do that, because I know it was brave of Joel to do it. And, obviously we say the word brave and we laugh because we're making movies.
Right.
But ultimately, when nothing has ever been out there like this, you are taking a risk by going out there and being honest. And so what I really hope, first and foremost, is that this encourages people that are creative to be not just creative, but also honest.
Yeah, I love that. And this was a really honest piece. I think a lot of folks might have been surprised by the honesty at times. Torian, can you talk a little bit about just why this is important to you to be a part of now, and also just with the impact that you've seen now that's been out for a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's so important, especially to me now, because growing up, especially as a queer Black person in this country, I felt that I was always in unicorn territory, where I was the singular queer Black one in the spaces that I was navigating. And so to be on a set with people that are all queer, but we're all non-monolithic, we're all very different, have different experiences, and also a lot of shared experiences, means a lot to me as I move into my 30s and stuff like that. And so it was quite incredible being around just a beautiful queer cast, and the impact that it's had kind of makes me emotional. Having people reach out and say that they see themselves in our characters in this movie, they see their friend groups, or they want something like that. I know for a long time, a lot of the things that I watched growing up, I was I want to have that. And so to be a part of that and maybe be an example for other people, I think is pretty damn eye-opening. But like Matt said, it doesn't stop here. We need more stories like this told. We need